Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Brian Coleman Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Alabama's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double. ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but turning it on!
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches, a really good time to take a shot. He'll try it again. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Got it, looking for the 1st down. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Might be changing the route. Russell will throw for it on 4th. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baxter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, it's all eyes on this Will Stein offense. He comes back to Kentucky, man. He's an offensive savant. Spent his time, obviously, in Oregon. He's innovative. He's got a new guy at the trigger spot. Minshew.
He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide ready to roll on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped sometimes.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more...
Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Trying to keep the drive alive. And Bailey's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my third down calls are even...
He's loose. He's at the 10, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown tie. Extra point here will tie the game.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping down the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing in his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an IN.
Has it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Just feeds the running back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Baxter. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Hill. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Russell. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man. It's Edwards. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's...
Snags it and he's open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to pass, it's Russell. Snagged out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
And and really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. On the option. He'll toss it. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback were smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply weren't.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third down, here's Baxter. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hand.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute baller.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They go play action with Russell. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's third down. Might be calling a hot route. Russell from the gun on third down. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with UTSA taking on the number 21 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Coach Stein told me coming out of the locker room, Coach is understandably frustrated right now. They brought this running back in for big-time performances like this, but he has struggled turning over the ball, trailing here in this game. They have got to get a more steady performance from their running back in this moment. See how he starts the second half, and I'll keep you posted down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Trying play action. Pressure coming. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Kentucky right back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Under fire. Makes the grab. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting the playmaker get behind there.
Finding some room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments where you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
On third down, here's Baxter. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Keelan Russell. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Russell. On target. On the move at the 30. It's a running room. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Throwing Russell. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Put 6 on the board.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Rodriguez. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Baxter. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. C.J. Baxter one more time. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
They'll run it with Baxter. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Kentucky going quickly. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. The Wildcats are right back on top. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Alabama sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man, it's 4. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The give and tick, 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 tick. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Wildcats call their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but
they've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Using his legs, it's Hill. Got enough for the 1st. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to...
There's a crease.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs onto the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Russell fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting